Somebody who's supposed to rest and the body recuperates in preparation for Monday walk will now be leaving Fiji by 3 a.m. Then when he's supposed to transfer 3,000, he transferred 300,000 because he was dosing. He now says, devil. It's not devil. You don't rest. It's not devil. It's you. You are too careless. We learn it here. They gain by being faithful. Take time to know about your business. Stop wasting the economic hour to pray. God is not wicked. He has blessed.
Our brains disconnect money from value. We don't want to produce anything. We don't want to sell anything. And gratefully, because we're Christians, we know how to pray. And God says, ask and you shall receive. Then we ask for $100,000. We don't want to sell anything.
Actually, in a very unproductive society. That's why the only thing that is attractive here is politics and church. You need to dismantle it. And we're going to turn night vigil into night shift so people can be productive. I go to church, I believe in God.
Yes.
But we cannot have people Monday to Friday be in church morning and night. No. If I go from here now to my house, the only signboard you see is signboard of churches. You go to the east, it's burials. That's not the country.
The statement by Mr. Peter Obi, is it right or wrong? But before we look at whether the statement is right or wrong, I think it is better for us to look at some certain statement made by some preachers in Nigeria, talking about Pastor Sam, as well as Apostle Selman, and many others. I will play those clips for you to see as you watch through this video. But the reactions coming from the Christian community and also the opposition is nothing, as in, it doesn't make any sense at all. Let's not forget that during the 2023 general election, they were saying that he was making religious statements when he said that the church should take back the country. Yes, the church should take back their country. It's a fact. But when you look at also the statement made by Pastor Sam Adeyemi, where he said that
Then we ask for $100,000. We don't want to sell anything. And then they tell you just sow a seed. It's just not practical. I'm not invalidating the giving principle. It's powerful, it's eternal. But to promise someone who has no skill, who has no products, no services, that will become a millionaire just because I laid my hand on his head, people are going to get frustrated and angry somewhere along that.
You cannot continue to lay hand on people, promise them this and that, and you ask them to sow seed while they do nothing. Somewhere down the line, the people are going to get frustrated. So when you look at the current situation in Nigeria, the frustration coming from every Nigerian as of today because of the fact that the government of the day is not doing anything meaningful is the reason why when you mention church, the next thing is everybody begin to attack you here and there. But Peter Obi, is he right or wrong? Before we talk about that, let's watch this video by Apostle Selma.
There are people who pray and fast and study scripture, rightly so, but they never study the materials that lead to their excelling in their field of endeavor. The Bible gives you a holistic viewpoint of life, but as far as becoming excellent and gaining mastery is concerned, you have to be able to lay hold the area where God has called you into. If you're a career person, you must be excellent. You're a medical person, be excellent. Listen, there are two people who the Bible commended their prayer lives in the Bible. I don't want to take the time to teach on that, but just to teach you a very powerful lesson. One of them is Elijah. Elijah was even referred to in the book of James as a template to help us pray. But another person was Daniel. The difference between the two is Daniel did not just pray alone. Daniel was commended not just for his prayer life. Daniel was commended for the spirit of excellence and intelligence. And notice that of two of them, when we remember the one who had a systemic impact, we remember Daniel. They both prayed, but in addition, Daniel was intelligent. He was flawless. At least we know Elijah was an angry man, because there are certain things about administration and leadership. If he learned, he would have added to his prayer life and made him a better presentation of God's ambassador. And this was what Daniel understood by books. You never see Elijah in addition to this. He called down fire. Yes, I agree. He judged the prophets of Baal, but he ran away. You remember when he ran away? You never see Daniel running away, because he was preserved by wisdom. Even in a strange and a foreign land, there were other things he had that stabilized him. His prayer was exceptional. He dealt with the spirits of the Medes and the Persians, but my goodness, they sought for an occasion to mock God and they did not find any. He was flawless. Unbelievers testified that he had the spirit of the gods there. Can they say that about you in office? Or the only thing they'll say is that you pray and you fast. You are the poorest in terms of your job. You are saying, apostle, you have to pray for me. I want to become the CEO. I love you, but I love the company too.
The truth of the matter is that when Peter B said that he's going to turn the night vigil to a night shift, it was not literally talking about Friday night vigil. Because if you watch the clip, many people are just reacting to that part where he said, I will turn the night vigil to a night shift. Nobody is looking at what he said before and after that statement. He said, we cannot continue to be going to church from Monday to Friday, day and night. If you come to my community where I live, in my street, all you see is the billboard and all of that of churches. Politics and church is very attractive, but we have to dismantle it. How do we dismantle this? Looking at the fact that every single Nigerian youth, as of today, majority of them, they believe that once you venture into politics, by the virtue of working for some political actors, getting them into power and remain loyal to them over time, you can have that privilege of becoming an SA, or at the end of the day, you become a local government chairman, to a house of assembly, to rep, and you find yourself where, wherever, just like Nyesom Wike political career. When you look at him from local government chairman all the way to today, and you can see how arrogant he is. So the truth is that we have to dismantle all of this. If we have a community, a society that is working, most of the people that are complaining and insulting Mr. Peter Obi for his statement today will not be going to church. That's the honest truth. Many people goes to church to pray and beg for something. It is not a transaction between you and God. If God is your father, you are supposed to go and worship him, just as it says in the Bible.
In conclusion, please, I want to beg you, in this church, like he said, engage in business. Stop wasting economic hours in church. You know what we call economic hour? Somebody going to mountain. This is June now. Some people, they enter into mountain on 31st of May. They come back 8th of June. Which God are you begging? Is it so wicked? If she has shop, she locked that shop for 8 days. And she's expecting transformation. And she considered that one faithfulness. Every member of this church, if you're a businessman, immediately after this service, go and open your shop. If you're in abroad, after the service, you go to your work and clock in. People work on Sunday. God never sent them to hell because of working on Sunday. What of doctors and nurses? Somebody now, he pray overnight. Then he get to a place of work, start dosing. You have a place of work. You now go vigil. You are now dosing. They're supposed to sack you. You're not faithful. Why should you be dosing in an official hour? We used to be foolish in those days. Now say we are going for a whole week conference. We obtain leave or we obtain permission in the place of work. Go and do that one in USA. Before you come, they have replaced you. Stop using economic hours. God is not wicked. God is love. No, there are poverty in our land. But if you can still walk, you will eat.
It is just for you to worship him, not for you to go there and be saying, I need car, I need house, I need money, I need this, I need protection because I want to travel, I need health, and all of that. When you have a government that has put infrastructure, security in place, and all of that, imagine traveling for over 100 kilometers. And all you can do is just to pray for you to arrive at your destination safely without any hitches from, the insecurity that we have in that region. That is just the problem. When you look at this carefully, you should be asking yourself, if the government of Nigeria puts security in place and the roads are okay, why should you be praying that you should not meet bandits on your way to where you are going to? Those prayers will no longer work. You shouldn't be praying those prayers anymore. You should be thanking God. You should be praising God. You should be worshiping him genuinely. That is just it. And that is the reason why, because of the fact that you have all this problem around the country, anyone can just wake up from sleep and open a church and tell you this and that with all kind of whatever to deceive people and make money. That does not mean that we do not have real church, real men of God, and they are not preaching the right thing or they are preaching the wrong thing. Let's get it facts clear. These are the issues. We all are serving the same God. And this is not to defend Mr. Peter Obi in any way, but this is to put the facts clear. Why is it that none of these people that are criticizing him, as you have seen on the screen, come out to criticize Selman or even criticize Sam Adeyemi? They didn't. But because Peter Obi said it, because it is Peter Obi, boom, they are all talking. They are talking about other issues concerning Nigeria. None of them is talking. They said, we, the body of Christ, is to pray for the progress of the country. Okay, fine. They don't come tell you now, it's not just about prayer. And this is the reason why Nigeria is backward. The church taking back the country is, when you look at the Bible made us to understand that the foundation of the church is, the foundation of the government is the church. Jesus is the foundation. So I don't understand. The church, the government will be built on the shoulder and all of that. So where are we today? The church decided to move aside and say that no, politics is a dirty game and all of that. We won't get involved. Now, the politics has gone, into the church. They are now trying to regulate all manner of things. The church are now crying foul. That's a problem. Get involved, get people involved, and change the narrative. Hell no. What do you make of this? Let's have this conversation peacefully at the comment section. Thank you for watching.